and it is expected that the judge will absolutely call for a detention of Maduro and his wife until his trial and until he faces ultimately a jury here, and this could be a years-long process. He's definitely going to be held without bail. What we're hearing from outside the federal courthouse, well, the temperatures, first of all, are below freezing right now in New York. Reporters are already in line waiting for a chance to get inside of that courtroom where Maduro and his wife are scheduled to be arraigned today. Although that is about 4 or 5 hours from now, we're seeing that people are being lined up, and you know, anyone can be present during that arraignment hearing. So we hear that there are Venezuelans, there's members of the diaspora, there are reporters. They're all hoping that they can get in that courtroom and witness history as it unfolds in some way. But the area around the courthouse for now is fairly quiet. The sidewalk across the street has been cordoned off for members of the media, and police officers are, you know, milling about, so to say. But nonetheless, you know, this is something that's going to happen very quickly, this arraignment today, but the process is going to be anything but quick.
Susan, apologize to intervene you. These are live visuals, ladies and gentlemen. We can see the deposed president of Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro, now being gotten off this chopper. This is the latest that is happening. This is extremely significant, a huge moment, not just for the United States of America, but for Venezuela. Remember, the president of Venezuela, who was captured by American army, is now being taken to the New York court. Nicolás Maduro, as you can see on your screens, is right there in front of you. He's going to be tried for narco-terrorism, for drug trafficking, and for sending tons and tons of drugs, as alleged by Donald Trump and his Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. As you can see, these are live visuals. He was gotten in a chopper, and now he will be produced in a federal court in some time from now. Remember, the judge who is going to begin this hearing is also a veteran judge. He's a 90-year-old judge, and the place where Nicolás Maduro has been kept, remember, has seen some high-profile prisoners being kept, trials being conducted here as well. We have seen different images of the deposed Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro, now of course being the former president of his own country, but different visuals that have come out of the United States of America since the capture of his and his wife. And now what we're seeing is yet another visual that has come out. He was transferred from the chopper now to a van. It is a military vehicle that will now take Nicolás Maduro to the New York Federal Court, where he will be tried, accompanied by, of course, the DEA officials and the U.S. Army personnel as well. Remember, all throughout, since his capture till right now, we have seen Nicolás Maduro in different visuals. There was, at one moment, there was also a visual of him surrounded by DEA officials and wishing Happy New Year and good night to people who were present there. Now, of course, that big day, the first day of his hearing, which will take a long time. It's a long process that will be followed. But as you can see, extremely tight security by the U.S. military, and the media awaits, of course, to know what exactly will happen in this hearing. Extremely important. This is a historic moment, and as my colleague Susan was telling us, the media has lined up to make sure that they get a glimpse and get to know what exactly will be the arguments. But choppers, army vehicles, as you see, this is a U.S. military armored vehicle, tight security in place to make sure that the deposed president is taken straight away to the New York Federal Court, where his hearing begins. And as Susan, my colleague, has been telling us, this is going to take a long time. The entire legal process will take a long time. But the U.S. administration under Donald Trump being extremely clear in their stance of making sure that Nicolás Maduro is tried for narco-terrorism. This is a serious, a big charge, and something that the Trump administration has been repeating again and again, not just when there was a U.S. military attack on Venezuela and the capture of Nicolás Maduro. But even before that, and they did say that Maduro was given ample time. He was given several fruitful offers, which he chose to reject. And therefore, the Trump administration said we had to resort to such an attack where we had to capture him and his wife. We'll have to wait and watch what this happens. But these are the latest visuals, as you can see. These are coming out of New York in United States of America. In a short while from now, as this armored vehicle of the U.S. military reaches the New York Federal Court, there will be the first day of hearing that will begin for Nicolás Maduro.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.